Hey everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2025 Nissan Murano and its 10-speaker Bose sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 surround channel support, and then we're going to head out on the highway and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on the system, sign up below to become a Daily Motor member. I'm going to record a members-only sound test on this using real tracks requested by members, so it'll give you more of an impression on the system and help support the channel. And lastly, I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. But before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Woo, windy today. Finally refreshed. And not even refreshed, an entirely new generation here, the Nissan Murano. Some fresh new looks, nice interior, and a new motor, a 2.0 liter inline-4 variable compression ratio turbo. There is a lot to talk about with this new Murano, a lot to like, maybe a few curiosities as well. But if you do want to see more on the car, check the link below. We've got that members only sound test. I'm doing a highway fuel economy test on it as well. And of course, we'll have our full week-long pros and cons review. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. So let's take a look at those now. Infotainment screen built way into the dash here in order to have an unbroken piece of glass in front of us. We are in the media screen right now, so there are two ways to access sound controls. You have a quick toggle sound menu screen right here under quick settings. It gives you access to bass, mid-range, and treble, and your front, rear, left, right, fader, and valence. But technically speaking, you can go into all settings, general, sound and beeps, sound, and get to essentially the same screen plus speed-sensitive volume adjustments. So let's go through those. Speed-sensitive volume is going to make the music louder, and technically with Bose systems, I don't know if this means it has Bose Audio Pilot or not, because usually Bose Audio Pilot will actually listen to interior cabin noise and compensate the music accordingly. This just says speed-sensitive volume control, so I'm not going to necessarily claim that it has Bose Audio Pilot. This might be a more rudimentary, simply lifting up the volume of the music to compensate for wind, engine, and road noise. But then we do have a demo mode, so let's press that and see what we get. Okay, we've got either new technology introduction or Bose audio experience. All right, so Bose audio experience is probably going to be where we want to go here. Can we see this? Can we see it full screen? Oh, there we go. See, now that's really smart. I always recommend to audio system engineers and marketing teams that you should have a sizzle reel like that. Give something for the dealers to market with. Give something for new owners to kind of flex their system, show off to their neighbors, whatever they want to do, put that in there. And then this is kind of smart too, to have an extra video here showing off some of the technology. Why not? Why not have that? You've literally got a entire high-def screen right here with which to show things. So that's kind of cool. I wish it showed us where our speaker locations were, but we'll get into that in a moment. So that's all you've got for audio adjustments. For audio controls in the new Murano, you've got a nice volume knob right in the center, easy to get to for both the driver and the passenger. Got nice clicks in there too. We've also got volume adjustments on the left side of the steering wheel with real, well, it's kind of a whole click button. This whole thing sort of clicks down when you press it. For track selection, you've got a hidden physical control right here. It's an up-down toggle switch to the right of the volume. You can also use the touch screen if you're in the proper menu, and you can use the right side buttons on the steering wheel here. For audio inputs in the Murano, we have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support with 2 USB-C ports up there, Bluetooth, and I believe since this is an Android automotive-based system, could we technically install more apps? Let's see. Go here, is there a Play Store? Yep, Play Store. So you could install things like YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Tidal, etc. What does that mean you're missing? Not much. You don't have a 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and no USB-A ports, so make sure you're carrying an adapter if you want to use USB. But other than that, you've got about all the inputs you're going to want. Speaker locations. Now this one's a little tough. It's hard to find exact information. Even on the window sticker for the car, it doesn't even list speaker count. I had to go to the brochure to find where they list 10 speakers. But I don't know if that's 10 speakers plus a subwoofer to get back to the 11 that the Murano used to have, or if that's 10 speakers total. And the reason that it gets a little bit more difficult is because of the center array speakers right here. So we know for sure we've got a door woofer 1, mid-ranger up front 2, and a tweeter in the A-pillar 3. Same on the other side, 4, 5, 6. But then way up here in the center, you might be able to see with the camera, but we've got 2 speaker cutouts, and I just can't quite get up there to see if this is actually 2 speakers. So if we're looking at a tweeter giving us 7 and then a mid-ranger 8, or if that's just the tweeter and then maybe a speaker for the chimes or something, which would just be giving us 7. Because then if we come into the back, we have only 1 speaker, surprisingly. So that would give us 8, 9. And then the subwoofer back here would give us 10. But if that is both a mid-ranger and a tweeter in the center, then we'd already be looking at 10 total. And when we come back to the subwoofer, we'd be getting 11. So, long story short, if it's a 10 speaker plus a subwoofer giving us 11, then there's 2 speakers up there in the front. If this is only 10 speakers total, including the subwoofer, then that's just a tweeter. I'm actually pretty surprised not to see any speakers back in the D-pillar here. Alright, now most people don't listen to 5.1 surround sound audio, but it's still good to test it just to see how the system handles 5.1 music. So we'll use the immersiveaudioalbum.com sampler track.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album channel configuration test. Left. Center. Right. Left surround. Right surround. LFE.
Okay, so just down mixes to proper 2-channel stereo. That's not the end of the world. So at least if you have 5.1 music you're trying to listen to, it'll down mix properly. And with that, let's head out on the road. was some struggle on this track to reproduce all of the different instrumentation along with the power needed to keep it up at a loud volume. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how this did. Not super happy with it on the previous track. There isn't much build and crescendo and drama in that traveling symphony track, but this one has a good amount of power. So it's a simpler sounding, powerful system. But speaking of that power, for this next track, calm down. We're going to turn the bass all the way up, see how it sounds. Okay. Getting good mirror shakeage. Nice power, feeling my seat a little bit. Let's turn it up more. Alright, slight distortion now out of the door woofers, but still, overall I'm happy with that. On the Bose sound system here in the 25 Nissan Murano. It's as though the sound system is a bowl of vanilla ice cream. And it's good vanilla ice cream. It's so in the middle in terms of, okay, it's got this sort of weird front-facing sound stage, but yet it's got a lot of power, but its replication of kind of subtler dynamic music isn't very good, but yet you do have good high ends and low ends. The mid's just a little unpresent, I guess, is it the best way to put it? It's just a strange system to me because I haven't exactly loved listening to my favorite music on it, but I don't hate it either, and there's nothing objectively wrong with it while testing it. One thing that has been strange spending the week with it is podcasts don't sound particularly great. Something to do with, again, the very forward sound stage, something to do with the balancing. Sounded a little weird to listen to some of my favorite podcasts. But, I don't know. I think all in, we're looking at a C tier, but it's a super high C for objective, kind of strict sound rating. I go back and forth between a B and a C for the subjective for this class. I think I'm going to go with again, a super high C, only because there are so many other cars in this class with more impressive sound systems. But there's really nothing wrong with this, and I think once you own the car, you'd be happy with it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the new Murano, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.